Hello, everyone. This is Renee. Welcome to Detours in Archaeology, Blooper Edition, and some extra facts, but not many. I'm going to have a compilation of bloopers, and each time I play some from a different episode, I'll give you a heads up and say, this is from this one. I have cut out information that I couldn't fit into the proper episodes, so stay tuned for that. We're going to start with the ancient ghost bloopers from around Halloween. On ghosts. What was his name? Yeah, I know he does. The prophets. Tiresias? Tiresias. Oh my god, okay. Ibissus. Abyss. I don't need the American English version, gosh. Ibicus? That's weird. Ibissus. That's not what I'm talking. What the fuck? Orpheus was steps away from the crate. Words are hard, you guys. There are numerous words that work as synonyms with what popular. Sometimes serpents are jerks. Blah 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 is a mash. We do the monster mash. Okay, bye. He also revealed that before Consume Heb also kind of makes me think of the Valkyries a little bit. Not related, but it does remind me of the Valkyries a little bit. Oh, that's why I did it down here. I should have done it out there. Moving to ancient Rome, the etymology, blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, I didn't even write that. It's that. Demonis. Demonis. Demons. Probably not. Oh dear god. Hebrew. Oh, dang it. They don't have it. A camera? I'm so sorry. What the fuck? That does not help. Salamis. At the Battle of Salamis, they were attacking everywhere. It was so scary. So no wonder we have so many different versions of ghosts, because everyone sees the afterlife in a different way, and we may never know what lies beyond, but maybe the ghosts do. But if there are ghosts, maybe they do. It would sure be interesting to meet a ghost where it actually, talked, but Next, we're gonna play some of the bloopers from Eyes on the Waves. Enjoy. Why are there so many of them? That's weird. It's fucking weird, dude. I don't know. I don't even think Japan really had, except until later. I don't. It's a type of armor. I think that's bullshit. I think something lied to me. I think Maori did. Yeah. Can't believe I don't talk about that at all. I don't know if Indigenous Americans did. Iphigenia in the, I don't remember which book that was. Iliad? Yeah. In the boat. What was that? Bayou. Really?
Describing for more learning. So, does Bayou.
In the Bayou Prophecy. Prophecy. I might cut out the other part. Or just cut it to shreds. I think I might just cut it from the clap. The Egyptians, Phoenicians, and Greece not only utilized these warships. Did Egyptians use triremes? You said that? With a... I just cut that part into traditionally known. I'm not French, man. Japan's use of figureheads on ships known as hogu and going through World War II. I just said that. Didn't I say that? Referred to as nose art. I'll take that part out. Although that's probably an old thing to say. Transitioned to not transitioned to, just used. Any sort of paint has always been used to adorn the ship. Blah. Is that even true? Who knows what's true or not? Next, we're gonna go way back to the Laurel bloopers, which came out in summer. Got a freaking headache right now. It sucks. And oh my god, I don't like how that sounds. It just sounds so wrong. Sesquiterpens. I said already. Application. Pharmaceutical applications. I just said that. Why is that both? That's terrible. I think that's why I read it and then get rid of it. Because it's like, I literally just said that. And I probably don't need that. I could just move that over. It's like, why would I need that when it's... Or, not clap, I guess, yet. But, taking that early part again because I've changed the order of stuff. So, even if we disagree, for the etymology, the name Daphne, blah, 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 blah. That's all. And the chicken egg situation. Gastrointestinal. Holy shit. I think I like the first reading better. Which were also some. My god, I keep saying the same fucking thing. From the monument in the has come to signify. Okay, this is a kind of an aside. Blah 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 blah. Or yeah, we already know this. Is it going? I think it is. It's just very small. Cool. Okay. Most artistic depictions of the myth focus on the moment of Daphne's transformation. But there are two Okay, let me trace that back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to bed now because... Yeah. I should actually save that thing, shouldn't I? I don't know if that fits. I don't know if that fits anywhere. I don't even know where I got that from. I don't think I need to put that. I don't get the first one. Like, it doesn't seem to connect at all. Blah, blah, blah. Take in stuff from other things. Cut together. Come together right now. Over me. What am I looking for? Not funny, fun. Just go fun. Science. No kidding. No, duh. It's like for kids or something. Jesus. Want something cool. No, duh. You remember more dreams when you sleep badly. Duh. Well, I don't watch. I know that. Yes, I know that. It's not bad. Especially when they die. Yes, I mumble to myself a lot when I am thinking about what to do. And here are some general thoughts that I had about the Olympics. I always really liked the Olympics. When I was younger, I really liked watching the Olympics. And I still like the idea because if everyone can come together and just compete for fun and for, winning, then why are we so different? Why are we constantly torn apart by war? But as I got older, of course, I knew it didn't really work out that way. Wars don't stop. And they never did. Even in ancient games, all this perfect peace and harmony and all this was invented by a French guy in the 19th century. But I'll leave that to other podcasts to talk about. But I always knew the story of Daphne and Apollo and her turning into a laurel tree and him using her as the crown. Well, I guess I didn't. Did I know about that? I always knew, I never really knew that Daphne didn't have a choice, or that a lot of writers try to make Daphne out to be okay with her being used as a laurel wreath, even though that's basically him tearing her body apart and adorning himself with it, and then making her his victory. So she's basically a trophy wife without being a wife. And yes, and for sure, ancient Greece was not anywhere near equal rights for women or anything like that. But it is a time and a place that we have to respect the differences of. It just can be a little bit shocking and a bit standoffish just to see how far apart humans can actually treat each other. And we still see that today, so can never be happy at all. And we still see that today, so just a reminder, I guess, that humans can be terrible to each other. That's why I liked the Olympics growing up, because it seemed like for a while we could all get along with just a bit of competition.
Now we're going to listen to bloopers from the cornucopia episode.
Cornucopia.
Cornucopia.
Pronouncenames.com.
Ήγηνος. Ήγηνος.
Dictate.
Stop it!
What was his name again? Aetius?
Zygius.
Zygius? Is that the same one?
Zygius.
Zygius, okay. I don't know why I trust that. Amalthuian.
Amaldian.
Amalthian?
Amaldian.
Amalthian.
Building your online business?
Not a bad second.
Go to Wix.com and set up your store. Pronouncenames.com.
Amalthia.
That was doing that right. Nice. Okay. Now, how do you say Noctios? Alnactictos. Noctictos? Translate. How do I translate?
Amalthactos.
Amalthactos. Okay.
Ameltheia.
Amalthea. Though the most common derivation is from amelin, which I'm told means to milk or suck, but when I put it into Google Translate, it means unblemished. So, while Google is not always right, I'm a little bit confused. What was his name again? How do you say his name again? Heracles wrestled... God, I forgot his name again. This representation is represented by the American... I don't want to read that again. Pax Romana,
literally meaning Roman peace or peace Roman. In the Sepik cultures of Unrelated, in the Sepik cultures of Papua New Guinea, the triangle complains complex meanings related to gender, life, and death, depending on its orientation. Either way, in either case, the eye, as a fertility symbol, is particularly widespread and has its roots in prehistoric fertility rituals. I don't know if I need that part because I am not writing about an eye or other fertility symbols in this one. I could put that in some notes and just write it separately. A Roman marble corner by a Roman marble. Blech. The fragment is damaged on its left side. Do I even need to talk about it? It's like, go look at the freaking art, man. In Navarra, Spain. I guess I'll just record it and decide if I want to put it in later. The symbol spread to Iran and India, likely due to Hellenistic influence. Erythonios? Damn it.
Erythonios.
Erythonios. I don't know if I need to put that there because I'm moving on to Hinduism. I might be able to cut that evolution part. I'm going to highlight it. What now? In Assyrian art, ornamental bands surrounding central scenes represented the promise of plenty, resulting in the king's divine relationship. Mesopotamian imagery, particularly in Babylonia and Assyria, often avoided anthropomorphic representations of deities outside of temples, instead using symbols, animals, or hybrids. This abstention from human-like divine imagery, this avoidance of human-like divine imagery parallels the biblical image ban, possibly influenced by Assyrian and Babylonian practices during the Judite exile. Mesopotamian art evolved from Sumerian times through the late Assyrian and Neo-Babylonian periods, encompassing various regions and cultures. While the goddess Inanna, or Ishtar, was prominent in Sumerian literature and embodies the aspects of the Great Mother concept, which has roots in Neolithic times. Myths surrounding Ishtar, such as the story of Inanna and Bilulu, provide insights into ancient Mesopotamian beliefs about divine power and cosmic order. In the royal cemetery of Ur, I kind of like that better. I don't think I need any of the other stuff. This avoidance of human-like divine imagery parallels the biblical image ban, possibly influenced by the Assyrian and Babylonian practices during the Judite exile. Possibly influenced by the Assyrian and Babylonian practices during the Judite exile. Egypt's advanced agricultural technology, developed over 6,000 years ago, influenced Western civilization and incorporated innovations from neighboring regions. The dry climate and well-preserved tombs have allowed researchers to reconstruct Egypt's agricultural history through artistic representations, providing valuable insights through artistic representations. I don't care. What the fuck? These artistic representations serve to reinforce Celtic religious iconography, including the cauldron symbolism, provides insights into pre-Roman and Roman-era belief systems. I don't think I need that part. And in contemporary New Age circles, there is a renewed interest in Celtic and Druidic symbolism, with Celticity, with quote Celticity with quote Celticity being viewed as a quality rather than historic or geographical, as a quality rather than a historic or geographical fact. This modern interpretation often combines innovative ideas with elements from the 18th century antiquarian speculation, portraying Celts and Druids as enlightened, noble figures. To refer to horns, why is that saying no? It doesn't make sense otherwise. I'm gonna pause for now, and I'm gonna do art through time, such as joy. In contemporary festivals, and in contemporary harvest festivals and other seasonal celebrations in certain countries around the world, the cornucopia remains a vibrant symbol in modern day. In the United States, obviously, Thanksgiving festivities prominently feature the cornucopia in table arrangements, serving as a visual testament to the richness of the harvest and the spirit of gratitude. Similarly, harvest festivals in Europe and beyond often incorporate the cornucopia into their decorations, adorning tables and altars to underscore the themes of abundance and appreciation. Whether it graces a bustling community gathering, or a cozy family dinner, the cornucopia beautifully
does something, for sure. But moving on.
Next are the bloopers from the Amphora episode, and at the end, I have a good amount of cut out information, where from one became many. Going to Google Translate. Go to Google Translate.
Saccharomyces cerevisiae.
That should be up there. God, shut up. Shut up my fucking phone.
Occurred in the ancient Their brewing process for beer. I'll just add this to slightly earlier, where the beer is. A more controlled environment to manage the production of esters and higher alcohols, which significantly influences the flavor profile. What I just said that. Often to create the Athenaeid. In ancient Greece, amphora were often adorned using the black and red figure techniques, blah blah blah, I have that before.
What the fuck is that?
Clixes.
Helixes, okay. Didn't I say that? I think I'll move this. I'll just get rid of that.
Carries,
some chemical facts that I did not put in because it was way too long and complicated. Make it sound like I knew what the hell I was talking about.
The chemical analysis of residues in the ancient vessels has opened new avenues for understanding the diets and agricultural practices of past societies. For example, the identification of plant DNA within ceramic vessels has provided the evidence for the types of grain and fruits used in brewing, offering a glimpse into the ancient agricultural practices and trade networks. This interdisciplinary approach, combining archaeology, chemistry, and history, allows for a more nuanced understanding of how ancient peoples interacted with their environment and utilized local resources to create these alcoholic beverages. Also, I
think that's why it makes weird noises.
Vast distances, thereby
Oh, because I was reading the same thing. Oops. I was reading the same thing twice. What the fuck? Yeah, that was weird. I was just reading the same thing over again. Oops.
The amphora were not only practical for storage, but also played a crucial role in trade. Oh my god, I said that a billion times. Advancements in amphora. Blech. And here comes the long history segments that I had to cut. In the decline and revival of amphora production, storage changed. The transition from amphora to other storage methods, such as barrels and bottles, marked a significant evolution in the production, distribution, and consumption of alcohol in the ancient world. This shift not only influenced the physical characteristics of the beverages, but also transformed the social and economic dynamics surrounding alcohol. The amphora shape allowed for efficient stacking and transport, making them the ideal for maritime trade. However, as the demand for wine and other alcoholic beverages grew, particularly during the Roman Empire, the limitations of amphora became more apparent. The introduction of wooden barrels provided several advantages, including improved storage conditions and the ability to age wine more efficiently. Barrels made from oak allowed for micro-oxygenation, which enhanced the flavor and complexity of the wine through the interaction of the beverage with the wood. This process was not possible with amphora, which are typically sealed and did not permit the same level of oxygen exchange. The use of barrels also facilitated the production of a wider variety of alcoholic beverages. For example, the fermentation of beer in wooden barrels became more common, allowing for the development of distinct flavor profiles that were not achievable in amphora. The porous nature of wood contributed to the maturation process, leading to the emergence of new styles of beer and wine that catered to evolving consumer preferences. This diversification in production methods reflected a broader trend in ancient societies towards specialization and innovation. In terms of distribution, the transition to barrels and later to glass bottles significantly altered trade practices. Barrels were easier to transport than amphora as they could be rolled and stacked more efficiently, thus reducing shipping costs and labor. This efficiency likely contributed to the further expansion of trade networks, allowing for the distribution of a greater volume of alcohol across larger distances. The introduction of glass bottles in the late Roman period further revolutionized the storage and transportation of wine, as glass provided a more inert environment that preserved the quality of the beverage over time. The ability to seal bottles with corks and other closures also improved the longevity of wine, making it possible to store for extended periods without significant degradation. The shift to barrels and bottles also had profound implications for consumption patterns. With the advent of wooden barrels, the aging process became a focal point for wine production, leading to the emergence of a culture that valued aged wines for their complexity and depth of flavor. This cultural shift was accompanied by changes in social practices surrounding alcohol consumption, with wine becoming increasingly associated with status and refinement. The ability to age wine in barrels allowed producers to market their products based on age and quality, fostering a competitive environment that encouraged innovation and differentiation among producers. Moreover, the introduction of glass bottles allowed for greater consumer access to a variety of wines. Bottling it made it possible for smaller producers to enter the market, as they could sell their products directly to consumers without the need for large-scale distribution networks. This democratization of wine consumption contributed to the rise of wine culture in various regions, as consumers became more discerning and knowledgeable about different wine varieties and the production methods. The ability to label and brand bottles also facilitated marketing efforts, allowing producers to establish their identities and build loyalty among consumers. In addition to these practical changes, the transition from amphora to barrels and bottles also reflected broader societal shifts. The increasing sophistication of wine production and consumption mirrored the rise of social stratification in ancient societies, where access to the quality of alcohol became a marker of status and wealth. This trend was particularly evident in Roman society, where wine was not only a staple of daily life, but also a central element of social gatherings and rituals. The ability to serve wine from elegant glass bottles further enhanced the social experience, contributing to the development of a culture that celebrated the aesthetics of drinking. Furthermore, the evolution of storage methods influenced the regulatory landscape surrounding alcohol production and consumption. As the production of wine and other alcoholic beverages became more commercialized, governments began to impose regulations on production methods, labeling, and trade practices. The shift to barrels and bottles necessitated new standards for quality control and safety, leading to the establishment of the more formalized system of production and distribution that shaped the alcohol industry for centuries to come. In ancient Persia and later in the Roman Empire, glass bottles began to be used for storing wine and other alcoholic beverages. The bottles were beautifully crafted and decorated, showcasing the artistry of glass blowers. The emergence of glass containers. Yes, I already know this. I'm gonna delete that. I don't need that here. Move that up here. Up there. Glass. The amphora oh my god. The amphora of the ancient Mediterranean illustrate a dynamic relationship between mass production for social economic purposes and the creation of individualized designs for elite or ceremonial use. The archaeological and chemical analysis provide insights into the production techniques and cultural significance of these vessels, highlighting their role in both trade and social stratification. The types of alcohol, blah blah blah. I don't know which ones I'm going to cut, but I'm going to cut something. The transition from amphora to barrels and bottles fundamentally transformed the production, distribution, and consumption of alcohol in the ancient world. This shift facilitated the development of new production techniques, expanded trade networks, and altered social practices surrounding alcohol consumption. As societies evolved, so too did the relationship with alcoholic beverages, reflecting broader cultural, economic, and technological changes that continue to influence the industry today. Put this somewhere. The adaptation of amphora for specific types of alcoholic beverages reflects a complex interplay of cultural practices, technological advances, and environmental considerations in ancient societies. The design of these vessels was tailored to meet the specific needs of wine, beer, and other fermented drinks and food, demonstrating the significance of fermentation technology in shaping the societal and economic interactions in the ancient world. The archaeological evidence and chemical analysis of amphora provide valuable insights into the diverse range of alcoholic beverages produced and consumed by ancient cultures, highlighting the enduring legacy of these practices in contemporary society. Just by what was cut out, you can tell that that was a beast of an episode to record and then edit. I probably could have made that 2 separate episodes. Maybe I will one day, talking about the changes to bottles and casks and stuff like that, rather than amphora. But I really wanted to focus on amphora. But we made it to the end of this compilation of bloopers and facts. Thank you for joining me on this wrap-up of bloopers so I don't have to put them all out separately. I hope you had a decent laugh at my expense. I did too. I got a bit frustrated when I was recording, but I had a good laugh about it when I was editing. Please subscribe for my future episodes. Follow my website, follow me on Patreon, whichever you prefer. Head to my shop on Printify. It is... I feel like this little episode is gonna have some bloopers of its own. Mainly cut out silences, which won't be interesting to listen to because it's silent. Come on. Load faster. I'm waiting for my shop to open so I can look at the website thing. All links will be in the description box, so no worries about if you miss what I say. It's all good. It is detours-in-archaeology.printify.me. That is my shop. It has a mug. You got shirts, most of which are just different styles of the same thing, and a logo shirt, and sticker. So that's fun. Shop if you want, don't if you don't. Obviously, I'm not going to make you do anything. And come back in 3 weeks for discussions on the open lattice design in Mesopotamia, Greece, and Rome, and the Maya region, if there's enough space, if it's not too long. Okay. I appreciate you listening to me ramble on about my mistakes and listening to my terrible pronunciation of different words. This is why I always apologize at the end of every episode, because I have to listen to me doing it wrong most of the time.
Thanks again.